Do you remember till which question we had done last time?
Last Sunday, I did not attend your class, so I don't know.
Okay, I think we are done till question 4.
Last Sunday, I did not attend your class. But
Yeah.
last to last Sunday, we did a boys girls question. So can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Give me a second.
Last Sunday, I wasn't there, so I don't know what happened.
Mhm. All right, let's do this one quickly. It's grade 7. It's an easy question. You should be able to do it. Okay. Mm. Okay, so a car moved 1 second at a constant rate of 2 meter per second, then 1 second at a constant rate of 4 meter per second, then 1 second at a constant rate of 6 meter per second, and so on. All movements were in the same direction. In
So,
how many seconds would the
so
total distance covered by the car be 110 meters?
after 10 seconds, the answer is 10 seconds.
Huh? Yeah, correct. How did
Because,
you get that?
we want 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 and so on. The sum to be 110 meters. So
Correct.
the every distance have a common factor of 2, so I take it as common and divide both sides by 2.
Right.
So 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to some number is equal to 55.
Yeah. So that's 10 seconds. Correct.
So 1 plus 2 up to 10 is equal to 55. So 2 into 2 into 2 plus 1
Hmm.
plus 2 plus 3 is equal to 110. So and so after 10 seconds, the car will cover 110 meters.
Correct. So we see, we can directly also do this using this formula. Okay, 1 second. Let me just write it. So we have 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus up to, let's say, 2 times n is equal to 110. Right? If I take the 2 common, I will have 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up to n is equal to 110. And as we know, the formula for this is n into n plus 1 by 2. Correct? Is equal to 110. So we get this n into n plus 1 is equal to 110. And from here we can just do a smart guess and we can see that n is 10. Right?
But sir, I divided both sides by 2, so 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to n is equal to 55. I did.
It's the same
So
thing. It's the same.
n is again equal to 10.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
So in that case also, see at the end of the day, this is what the when you do a 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to 10 is equal to 55, you again do the same thing basically. You take the average of these two because it's an arithmetic series. So the average is 11 divided by 2, 10 plus 1. The first term plus last term divided by 2 gives you the average, which is 5.5. And when you multiply that by the number of terms, you get the sum. In an arithmetic series, always the first term plus the last term divided by 2 gives you the average. Okay, always in an arithmetic series. You know what is an arithmetic series, right? Which
Yeah.
has the same common difference, right?
Yeah.
So to find the average, you just have to do a first term plus last term divided by 2. That's your average. Now the average might not feature in the list itself. Okay. Here, because when we have even number of terms, average will never feature in the terms. When we have odd number of terms, then the average will be also the middle term. Okay. So 5.5 multiplied by 10 terms gives you the 55. Okay. Now let's look at the next question. Okay, while you look at this next question, just give me some time. I'll be just back in 2 minutes. So take a look at it and try and solve it.
Sir, is the answer 28? Sir? Sir, can you hear me? Sir, you are on mute.
Yeah, I'd gone. No? 1 second.
So the answer is 28. Am I correct?
Yeah. How did you go about it?
The area is a multiple of 9, so the length and the breadth should be a should be a half of the factors of 9. One of them should have both of them should be divisible by 3, or one of them should be divisible by 9. We want both of them to be divisible by 7. Now we want twice of the sum to be divisible by 7. So if we take 3x plus 3l plus 3x plus 3y is equal to l plus b, and then we take twice of that, then we'll have 6 into x plus y.
So
So
tell me
x
something,
plus
Kian, tell me something.
the perimeter of rectangle is a multiple of 7,
Multiple of
and
7. So which kind of multiples will be there of 7?
it can be 7, 14,
It cannot
21,
be 7.
28.
It cannot be 7. Why? I'll tell you. A
Because
perimeter is 2 into length plus breadth, right? And when the length and width are both integers, are whole numbers,
yeah.
then this is an even
It has
number.
to be 14 or 28 or something.
Correct. Very good. So that actually makes your list smaller, correct? In terms of shortlisting. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so I took 9, and first I decided to take the
So which
smallest
gives you 7
multiple
and 14,
of
half of the
9.
perimeter, right?
First I took the smallest multiple. I decided to take the smallest multiple of 9 and add it to the least possible number, which would give a multiple of 7, which is 14. So the perimeter is 14 into 2, which is 28.
Yeah, because this cannot have, right?
The sides are 9 and 5, and uh, so twice of their sum is 28. That's how I got the answer.
Good. So this into 2 gives you
To
28.
28.
Yeah. Because when you have the 7 here, how do you split a 7 to get a multiple of 9? 7 is a prime number. I mean, sorry, when you split the 7 into two parts, sorry, 9 factors are 3 and 3, correct? 1, 3, and 9. 1, 3, and 9. How do you split the 7 into two parts in such that
1
you
and
cannot split
7.
the 7? So you have to split the 14 only, correct? So check for the 14, then maybe for the 28 or whatever. Okay, so fine, we got this answer. Okay, all right. Let's go to the next one. Next one will be grade 8. Let's do the grade 8 one. These questions are relatively easy, are not that difficult. Excellent progress. Do this. Do it on a paper, huh? Don't do mental math here.
Sir, I got answer as 48.
Huh? So explain to me how did you go about it?
Sir, so first, let us assume that Govind and Meena each have X number of candies.
X.
Each of them
Okay.
have X candies.
Yeah.
Govind gives Meena half of all his candies, so X becomes 0.5X in Govind's side.
So X by 2 and this one has 3
Yeah,
by
and
2.
3/2 of X. Then Meena gives half of all her candy she has right now. So it becomes 3/4 of X. And when she gives 3/4 of X, becomes it becomes 1/2 plus 3/4 is 5/4 of X. It becomes 5/4 of X.
Oh.
Yeah, so the difference of Govind and Meena's candies is 2/4 of X, which is half of X. So half of X is equal to 12. So X is equal to 24. So both of them each have 24 candies. So 24 twos are 48.
Very nice. Now, Kian, one small suggestion, okay, from my side. When you're saying that there's a half and half is coming to play two times, correct? It will be much easier to do the same problem, assuming they had 4x and 4x. Okay,
You
much
can do
easier.
that
Just
also.
yeah. So this one will make your life much easier. Now look at this. Instead of dealing with fractions, you will have a 6x here and a 2x here, correct? Then the half of this goes here. This one becomes 5x and this one becomes 3x. Now you know the difference is 2x. 2x is equal to 12. Therefore, 8x is
8x
48.
is 48.
See, did I deal with fractions? No, na. Correct or not? So
Yeah.
life become make your life easy, not
Yes.
difficult. Okay, chalo. Let's go to the next one. Study. Okay, and that's the last question for the day. Good job. You are done?
No, sir, I'm not done.
Jan,
Yes. Wait.
done.
No, I'm still doing.
So if you do it the normal method, it will take a lot of time. It's a very easy question. Let me explain to you.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
So
not
you
able
understood
to
the
find the
you understood the
answer.
entire question, right? You understood the entire question. Now let's say if Chotu had also grown by 5% instead of 2%, then what would have been the total height increase? It would have been also 5%. Correct?
Yeah.
Correct. Now because Chotu grew 3% less than the required 5%, the impact on the total growth was 1%. Understood? 5 का 4 हो गया, ठीक है ना? Which means the initial total height of Chotu was one third of the total height, which means Lambu was double of Chotu's height. Understood? So now let's say this is Chotu, Lambu is double of it, and therefore three parts. Understood? So if Chotu grows only by 2%, which is 3% less, that the total impact is only 1%. Understood? Because Lambu to anyways grew by 5%. Chotu grew 3% short than 5%. which impacted the overall by 1% less. So one third. Therefore, one third the height. Okay. You can check it out later on. Now understand this. Now what is going to happen? Now this guy has grown by 5%. This guy's 5% growth is Chotu's 10% growth. Because this guy is double of this, correct? It is equivalent to 10% growth of Chotu. If I take this as, let's say, 10x, then this is 10x. Let me put this as 20x. Okay, 20. So this guy is 20x, then this guy is 20x plus 20x, which is 40x. And 40x is 5% would be 2x. Correct or not?
Yeah.
And that is like 10% of 20x, right? Isn't it? Yeah. So now the total increase in percentage, the difference. So initial difference was 20x. Initial difference was 20x. Now this guy grew by 2x, and this guy grew by only 20 का 2% कितना होगा 0.4x, right? हाँ, 0.4x. Therefore, the total growth, now the difference, the gap will be 2x, sorry, 20. Now the additional gap, तो अभी the additional gap, ये 0.4 गया, ये 2 गया. Initial gap was 20x. So now this one will become, the new gap will become much more. It'll the increase in the difference will be 1.6x, correct? 1.6x by 20x into 100. This is 1600, sorry, 160 divided by 20, and that's 8%.
Okay.
Understood?
Yeah.
इसको मैं थोड़ा और इससे दिखा देता हूँ, एक मिनट, इसको मैं थोड़ा और इजी कर देता हूँ. Let's say this is 100x and this guy is 100x plus another 100x. Now this guy is grown by 5x. Sorry, 200 ka 5% is 10x. Okay, and this guy has grown by 2x. The gap increased by 8x, correct or not? The gap increased. Whatever the gap was 100x earlier, but now the gap will increase by another 8x, correct? On a base of 100x, because the gap was 100x only initially. So that's 8%. Understood? But the key to this is this relationship, that this is double of this. And that comes from here. That the impact here, because of 3% less increase in height, is overall resulting into a 1% increase in height of the total. So the total is 3 times of this. Did you understand now?
Yep.
I'll give you an example. Okay. Let's say you have a class of 100 students and you have 20 girls here. Okay, and 80 boys. Okay, 80 boys. Let's say the boys also increase by 5% or 10%. Boys increase by 10% means now the students will be 108. If the girls had also increased by 10%, then sorry, boys will become 88 and the girls would have become 22. Correct. So the total will be 110, right? Okay. Now let's say The girls increased by only 5%. What will be the impact? It will be 109. It will be 9%. The overall increase will be 9%. What happened? There was a dip of 1% because of dip of 10% to 5%. Correct. If you look at from the boys' perspective, it will be different. अगर ये 5% होता है ना अगर ग्रोथ ये हो जाता है 84 ये 10% ही रहने दो क्या हो जाता है 106 करेक्ट तो बॉयज का 5% का जो ये है दैट इज इम्पैक्टिंग इन 4% here. So what is the ratio of 4% to 5? This one is 4% and this one is 5%, which means this is 4 by 5 of the total thing. Correct? That was the base, right? That is how you can do these things. Understood? So otherwise, if you start to do it, taking it as 100 and then this much and that much and all these x and y and all, it is too much of a complicated equations. Too many equations and too much of computation. This is done more on a ratio basis. Okay. All right then. Have a nice weekend. Bye bye.
Yes, sir.
You understood this, right?
Yes.
Okay. Chalo, take care.